Okay, everything should be up. Okay, perfect. That is working. It feels like it's fine right now. All right. Should be all good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to also do another... Says I can do a game capture with a notepad. I'll capture the cursor. Hmm. Okay, that's not working. That's fine. New display capture? No, because that's just going to do that display. I don't want to do that. Yeah, there you go. Window capture. Sometimes I feel like it works and sometimes it does not. I don't know why. Alright, that'll show up and stuff when I want to like add the cards and stuff like that. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And then we go from there. Whoa, I can apply to join the mod club. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, it looks like everything's running fine. I'm not seeing anything else. Cool. Well, as people come in, we'll kind of explain what's going on. But today, I thought it'd be fun to kind of like, in a way, make our own kind of like format that we can play in Master Duel. On occasion, on like maybe like the Saturdays or whatever else. And I'll actually make like a whole list and stuff of like, you know, what's available in the format, stuff like that, any changes and stuff maybe we will make. And kind of stuff like that I think would be fun. Especially because we can kind of, in general, kind of change up like life points and a lot of other things in here too. Not like everything, but we can make some changes and stuff in general. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing. Is using some of the tools and stuff that we have available just in like the duel rooms to like kind of do our own thing. Like we can change obviously the life point stuff if we wanted. Probably just gonna leave it the same, and then kind of go from there. So like I could do like unlimited, and then I could edit the deck. So for unlimited, obviously Pot of Greed, stuff like that would be like available, all that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing. And then we can, like I said, play test it and kind of go from there. So yeah. Let's go ahead. I want to start off in a very small like base of cards, and by small base of cards I mean I'm gonna open up the legacy packs. A lot of the legacy pack stuff is not good, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna add all of them to like the notepad, just so we can kind of keep track of like what cards and stuff we have in there at the moment. And then what we're going to do is after that, you know, we'll take out certain cards or whatever probably that we just don't need in there, whatever else obviously, and kind of go from there. and make things work pretty much. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing. I'm going to start off with just like 10 packs, and then we're going to kind of go from there. Then I'm going to put... I'm going to put it down here. And then we kind of go from there. All right. So far we've got, by order of the Emperor, when a monster effect is activated that activates when a monster is normal summoned, you can negate the activation, then the player whose effect activation was negated draws one card. Okay. Interesting. Some of these I've seen from like before that we've like gotten in the past. Okay. Cyclone Blade and Elemental Hero Voltic. Lancer Lindworm. The Snake Hair. Okay. Cullen the Awakened. You need Emblem of the Awakening for that. And Brave Drive. When your Cybers monster declares an attack, you can discard a card. That attacking monster gains 600. Yeah. I mean, like, it's something. Masked Clown. And that was that other card. Stuffed Animal. Cocoon Rebirth. That's for the Chrysalis stuff. Okay, there's Boxer. Yep. I mean, that's not an awful card. It's not great, but given how the format is going to be, it's going to be probably in general much like slower format. So I'm kind of fine with like having cards like this in here. I think it's a little more interesting. Also, you can send this card with 2 or more counters to the graveyard, then special summon an earth monster from your deck, obviously. Conscription, excavate the top card of your opponent's deck, and if it's a monster that can be normal summoned or set, special summon it to your field. Okay. Otherwise, it gets added to the hand instead. See, we got the Element Saurus. We've got Dark Magician Knight. Even though we would need Knight's title for it, but right now it's there. So we've got DMZ Dragon. You can target 1 level 4 or lower dragon monster in your graveyard, and 1 dragon monster you control. Equip that monster to, in your graveyard to that monster on the field as an equipped spell, and that makes it gain 500 attack. And then at the end of the damage step, if your monster equipped with an equipped card attacked, you can banish this card from your graveyard, destroy as many cards as possibly equipped to that monster you control, and if you do, that monster can make a second attack. And then we've got DDD Chaos King Apocalypse. obviously for the DDD stuff. Steel Ogre Grotto number 2, and then Indomitable Fighter Lele. Okay. That's kind of an interesting card. Oh, there we go. What's going on, Warzone? I'm gonna split it up into like types and stuff. Or at least into like some types and stuff like that, I guess. Can kind of go from there. What you up to today? I'll do normal monsters first. Just because there's not a ton of them. Living the dream. You doing good? We're doing something. We're just kind of chilling today. We're gonna try to make a fun little format to play in Master Duel on occasion during the streams with people. I thought it'd be kind of fun. We're using the legacy packs right now, and then we're going to make updates and like change some stuff around afterwards. So stuffed animal. I'm also just gonna put how many of these I've actually gotten. Prevent rat. Play a little Master Duel experimenting with Elf Note, having a good old time climbing. Nice. That's fun. Masked Clown. The Snake Hair. I thought it'd be fun to do, you know? Something different. I don't think there's much I can do on like this. It's fine. I'll just, like I said, I'll still just use this for now. So effect monsters, you've got Lancer, Lindworm. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I think it'll be a fun little thing to do for people, especially if like we don't have like much going on that I specifically want to like kind of play around with in Master Duel. Dark Magician, Knight, Element, Saurus, Indomitable Fighter, Lele, Elemental Hero, Voltic. Rave Drive. I'll just put it like that since that's kind of how it's. And I'll just put it like this. Yeah, it's fine. I think that's all of the stuff there. And then we haven't gotten any other crazy stuff yet, but I'll also put ritual monsters. Chillin the Awakened. That'll help break that up a little bit more for me. Pendulum monsters. Right now it's one copy of D Chaos Knight. Apocalypse. And then we got spells. Cyclone Blade. One copy of that right now. One copy of Cocoon Rebirth. And then Trap Car or Traps. Let's put that. Conscription. And by order of the Emperor. Yes, okay. So we've got a little card pool going right now. Nothing crazy, but we can make it work. Oh, yeah, and I got one more, actually. I forgot I got the Oni Kuji, which I don't even know what that does. During your standby phase, your opponent declares one card type, monster, spell, or trap. Excavate the top card of your deck. Then, if it is that type of card, your opponent draws one card. Otherwise, discard one random card from their hand. Place the excavated card on the bottom of your deck. So your opponent declares a card type on the standby phase. They excavate the top card of my deck. Well, I excavate the card. If they guess the card correctly, they get a card. If not, they discard. Oh, a random card gets discarded from their hand. Okay. I understand now. I was trying to figure out what that was going to do. Oni Kuji. Okay. Cool. Okay, I think I've got everything so far. I'm gonna rip another 10. And then kind of go from there. Ooh, can I get something fun here? You still doing climbing right now in Master Duel Warzone? Or are you just kind of chilling? So we got Insect Barrier, Frost and Flame Dragon. It's kind of a funny card. It's got a discard effect as well as like target monster on the field destroy, so it's not the worst. The special summon kind of card too. It's interesting. Release from Stone. Banish rock monster, special summon it. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. When that monster is destroyed, destroy this card. So it's called Haunted for specifically rocks and also for banished rocks, and it's kind of crappy. But it's there. Also, Gem Knight Garnet. Finally have a Gem Knight. PSI Station. Bikaru's Circle of Enchantment. You take no effect damage. Okay. Well, speaking of other cards and stuff, we've got Psychic cards, Power Injector. What's going on, TG? How you doing, man? This return, you can pay 600 life points to have all face-up Psychic types. Yep. Dust Tornado. I mean, that's a Dust Tornado is a classic trap. Ray and Temperature. Gladiator Beast Andal. We've got Final Flame. We've got Advanced Zone, which is for attributing stuff or whatever specifically. Blizzard Thunderbird. So we're gonna do... I thought it'd be fun. It'd be something to do for like streams on occasion if we don't have like much we're specifically doing that day for Master Duel. So what we're doing is we're gonna make a custom kind of like format. I don't have like a name for it. And call it like the Lullaby format or something stupid, you know. Also stop defense. But we're gonna use the legacy packs as like a start, and then we'll make adjustments as we go and kind of actually have it be like a fun little format to play in like the duel rooms and stuff like that, and kind of go from there. Is kind of what I'm thinking. Oh, this is for fog counter stuff. And maybe we'll do like a tournament at some point with this format too and whatever else, but I'm keeping a note of like all the cards right now, and then like I said, we'll make adjustments and stuff like that, but I thought it'd be fun to do something like this. Didn't get too many normal monsters, which I'm actually kind of shocked. I feel like we get a ton of those in stuff like this. Ray. It's the and symbol. Temperature. Gladiator, Beast, Andal, Gem, Knight, Garnet. Yeah, no, I think it'd be a fun little thing to do on stream for today. I didn't want to do Pokemon today. We're gonna take a break from that for a little bit because I need to make some adjustments to the rules and stuff I set for that challenge, because it's kind of just getting to the point. It's just like we haven't advanced at all on it, so I'm gonna make some small adjustments to kind of make things a little bit easier for me and go from that. It's still gonna be hard, but for now we're doing this though. Shout out to Mutant, mutant. Frost and Flame Dragon. Archfiend Commander. Blizzard Thunderbird. Gladiator Beast Spartacus. Power Injector. Perfect. So far we've got like I said, some interesting cards in here. Final Flame, Insect Barrier, Diamond Dust, Cyclone, Advance Zone, Sacred Serpents, Wake, Stop Defense, Psy Station, and Cross Attack. We'll get rid of most likely some cards and stuff that are put in right now later on, like ones that like don't have like any actual like support at the moment, or like put them in like, I mean, like maybe you can use them still, but you just, there's no point until I add cards that help that kind of archetype. Like right now, like there's like a single Archfiend card, you know, like which doesn't really do much for you right now. But there's a few psychic cards now that we're getting that can kind of form some kind of like psychic, you know, psychic kind of like beatdown strategy of some kind, you know? Release from Stone. Ikaru's Circle of Enchantment. But yeah, like I said, TG, that's what we're kind of doing. I think it's going to be interesting. You up to anything right now? World Chalice Guard Dragon, Absorbing Kid from the Sky. You're doing pain? Or you're in pain? What? What are you talking about now? Nano Breaker. Legendary Hamaj Garzet. That's kind of a fun card. It's essentially a, you can actually just special summon it just off of one tribute, technically, from hand, just to bring him out. So that's kind of interesting. Just deciding what. I gotcha. But yeah, don't worry, TG. We're going to get you to play this format, bro. Don't worry. At least you won't have to worry about crazy combos. Crusadia Vanguard, Attack of the Cornered Rat. Okay. Never, bro? Why? Why are you never going to? Light ray sorcerer. But why? Why would you not be able to do it? That's not you're not giving me any actual answer. That is a nothing. You're giving me a nothing right now. Can target one of your banished light monsters. Okay. A needle ball. Imagine paying 2,000 to send 1,000 to them. No, this is an Archfiend card, technically. But funny enough, this is actually it. Why does it make the game sound awful? I'm more just curious. Is this playing it in a different way? Instead of having to worry about like modern stuff that's like absolutely absurd. Steel Stringed Sacrifice. This card is in your hand or graveyard. You can reveal one level 5 or higher monster. Oh, okay. Interesting. Spell of Pain. Hey, Yakugire Panda. That's an old card. That is a really old card. Flame Ruler. Flame Ruler is kind of interesting. Well, this is the next of the rituals that we've gotten. All right. Let's go ahead and add some more cards. Did we really get, like, any... I don't think we got anything. Well, to be fair, there isn't really much change rules-wise. It's just it's just another like limited card pool, to be fair. I get what you're saying, though. We actually did not get, like, a single normal monster. I'm actually kind of shocked. I feel like we tend to get so many of those in these kinds of things. Maju, Garzette, Steel Stringed Sacrifice. Yakugire Panda. Light Ray. Sorcerer. The Little Swordsman. Was it of Ale? Needle Ball. Kill. Shadow Tamer. Armor EXE. Absorbing Kid. From the Sky. Spirit. Caller. Flame Ruler. Nano Breaker. World Chalice. Guard Dragon. Defect Compiler. I think I got all of those. Did get another ritual monster. Zera the Mant. Spell of Pain. Did not get too many other spells, actually, funny enough. Back up the Cornered Rats. Crusadia Vanguard. Have you played any more of that Final Fantasy game that you started playing, by the way? I was just curious. And yeah, that's everything. Could do that and just open up 100. I'm just gonna do it 10 at a time for right now, so to kind of make it easier for myself. Orion the Battle King. Did get another Crusadia card finally. Crusadia Maximus. Another Psychic, by the way, so it can be used in the Psychic stuff. How you liking that? Have you played... Did you play, part 2, like, ever? Or is this your first time? Spell Reactor RE is such, like, an old card, and I love this card. Reverse Buster. Okay. Domino Effect. When a monster your opponent controls is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can send one monster you control to the graveyard to destroy one monster your opponent controls. Interesting. I got a 6 Samurai card. There's Pokedraco. I love Pokedraco. Flash Knight, which is another Pendulum card. Mystic Walk. Digital bug centibite or centibit. Oh, got the classic Shadow Ghoul. Shifting Shadows. Okay. Killer Needle. Millennium Scorpion. Hey, shout out to 2 more insects. Okay. I think Millennium Scorpion used to be in a structure deck that I had back in the day. Like, if I remember correctly. Shout out to Old Mystic Tomato. Performapal stuff. Okay. Interesting. So we did get 3 more normal monsters. We got Killer Needle, Orion, the Battle King, and Giant Scorpion of the Tundra. I'm gonna add the Pendulum real quick, which is Flash Knight. And we will add all of the other stuff. Spell Reactor RE. Digital, I keep wanting to say debug. Digital bug. Bug. Centibit. Crusadia Maximus. Mystic. Tomatos. Dark Geroid. Millennium Scorpion. Pokey Draco. Reverse Buster. And that's it for that. So spells, we've got a few that have gotten added. Mystic Walk. Shifting Shadows. Domino Effect. Performa Pal. Recasting. And then we've got Return of the 6 Samurai. Howl of the Wild. and numbers, overlay, boost. Okay. Interesting card pool so far. Let's open up another few and see what we can get. Amphibious Bugreth Mark III. I do remember this one, because it works with like Umi stuff. There's Ghibli. Yep, there's one of the Black Wings. I was kind of waiting for Black Wings to show up because I know there's a few of them in the Legacy stuff. Ooh, we do have Gandora. The old Gandora, the Dragon of Destruction. Okay. Interesting. Okay, and then Gigabyte. All right. Gather Your Mind, which you add one Gather Your Mind card from your deck to your hand. Your deck is then shuffled. Okay. Oh, Koji Kosi, yeah, I remember that card. Good so far, you're enjoying it? That's good. We do have an Xyz monster finally. I was kind of wondering when we were finally going to get like some extra deck cards. Number 21, Frozen Lady Justice, which is 2 level 6s. You can also Xyz summon this card by detaching one material from a rank 5 Xyz monster you control. Then, using that Xyz as material, transfer it to that. It gains 1,000 for each of the stuff. And then, once per turn, you can detach one material from this card and destroy all defense position monsters. And we got another 6 Samurai card. Witchcrafter card, and then Eye Armor. Bone Crusher, and then it was another normal card. One-Eyed Shield Dragon, that's an old card too. Okay, 2 for 1 team I saw in the Dice event. Yeah, both players show one card from their hands, and that have both shown the same type of card, you then apply the effect. Each player can special summon their monster, each player draws 2 cards, each player sends 2 cards from their deck to the grave. Petite Angel, the Unhappy Girl. Ah, we got the classic Jar of Greed. And then Spherus Lady? Okay. Then Musto, Oracle of Gusto. And then Warrior of Zera. Okay. I got a lot more normal monsters this time around. I think it made up for me not getting like any before for a while. Koji Kosi. It's the classic, bro. It's the classic. Dokuro Izo Are you talking about Pot of Desires? Banish 2 cards, draw 10. One-eyed shield dragon. Spherus lady. Warrior of Zera. Chamberlain of the 6 Samurai. Perfect. That's easy enough for those. Amphibious. But Bugroth. Mark III. Pandora. Dragon of Destruction. Musto. Oracle of Gusto. 2 for 1 team. The Unhappy Girl. Bone Crusher. Blackwing. Ghibli, the Searing Wind. Perfect. We did get an Xyz finally. In number 21, Frozen Lady Justice. Perfect. Okay. All we got was gather your mind for spells. And then traps. We got the amazing Jar of Greed and Witchcrafter Masterpiece, which I don't remember what exactly that one does. I think it's only for Witchcrafters, technically. There's a chance we might get some. If not, it'll be one of the cards that we take out of the card pool if there's literally just like none. If anything. Minomushi as well as Archfiend Mirror. Does this count as an Archfiend technically? I'm more just like curious. I guess it does technically have Archfiend in the name in like the proper way. So technically speaking, it is a thing. Eben, Magician, Kieran. Oh, that's interesting for like burn stuff. Crimson Ninja. It's a classic kind of flip card for like trap stuff. Kind of like Trap Master. Stuff like that. Elemental Hero Wild Wingman. So we got another extra deck card finally, and then we have Earthbound Spirit. I mean, it's a 2000 beater, I guess. It's something. Or 2000 defender, I mean. That witch feeds on life. We do have a Drag Unity card, which is kind of interesting. Trigon and Serial Spell. Oh, that's a weird card. Dragon Union Monster. Okay. Oh yeah, Disenchanter. Yep, I do remember this card. Weeping Idol. Gate Guardian, okay. Desert Sunlight. Alright. Watt Kid and Mirror Force Dragon, which we need Fang of Critias and Mirror Force, funny enough, for that. We did get a Performapal card, and then we did get a Future Samurai, which isn't awful. Okay. We did get Ronin Toden. People want to work on like shit, like, you know, crappy frogs, I guess. Interesting. Well, I guess I'll do the 2 traps real quick since I'm right here. So Desert Sunlight and Puzzle Reborn. So those are out of the way. I'm gonna do the spells because there's literally only one. Serial. Spell, yep. Did get another Pendulum in Performapal Fireflux. We do have fusions now. And Mirror Force Dragon and Elemental Hero Wild Wingman. Effect monsters. We've got Gate Guardian. We've got Ronin Toden. We've got Crimson Ninja. Eben, Magician, Kieran, Future, Samurai, Disenchanter, Weeping Idol, Drag Unity, and how the hell, what? And Gusta Clavi? And then Trigon. Watt Kid? That which feeds on life. Archfiend Mirror. Minomushi Warrior. And Earthbound Spirit. Is Earthbound Spirit a fiend? It is a fiend. The more you know. Alright. We're getting a nice healthy amount of cards. Do get a Destiny hero finally. Technically speaking, that Cyclone Blade can be used now. Spiderweb. That's kind of a funny, like, control card. Another Destiny card. Oh, wow, look at that. A Winged Beast. If you control both fish and water beast type monster, or water beast type, winged beast type monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Okay. It's interesting. Majestic Mech Senku. Xyz Reception. Okay. Bear Blocker. Shadal Hound. It's another flip card. Starting to get a few more flip cards. Beast Rage. The classic Flute of Summoning Dragons. Or Summoning Dragon, even though I need Lord of D for that, but still. Gundari. Okay. This card returns to its owner's hand, yep, because it's a spirit. This card battles a synchro monster, return both. Then we got a random fusion. This gets upgraded. First Link monster. Binary Blader, which is actually for normal monsters, so that is a thing that can be used. When this card declares an attack, you can activate this card, or this effect. This card can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Also, if this card battles an opponent's monster this turn, that opponent's monster cannot be destroyed by battle. Interesting. After damage calculation, if this card battled an opponent's monster, you can banish that opponent's monster. Okay. It's an interesting link. Hitotsume Giant. Monster cards that are returned from the field to the hand are removed from play instead. Okay. Do we have another machine, finally? Technically, this is something that could be just summoned right away. We do have a dinosaur. Another Performapal. Okay. Let's go ahead and add... We'll add the Performapal real quick. Performapal, Lizard, Raw. We did get another fusion in Vermilion, Sparrow. Let's go ahead and put in... Don't have a ton of spells. I could do that. Oh, I gotta do the links too. Link monsters. Binary Blader. Spells. We'll do that real quick. Degenerate. Circuit. The Flute of Summoning Dragon. Spider Web. Beast Rage. Xyz Reception. Should be all of them. Traps, we got only a couple, but Elemental Burst and Destiny Signal are now here. Gonna add the... I think we only had like, what, one normal monster? Yeah, so we will not worry about him. Fusilier Dragon, the Duel Mode Beast, Gokupon, Destiny Hero, Blade Master, Gundari, Bear Blocker, Mad Sword Beast, Majestic Mech Senku, Siren Norka, Shadow Hound, and then we just have one Hitotsume Giant to add, and then that's it for that. All right. Next bit. close that. We got ourselves a Sky Dragon and a Sacred Crane. If it's special summoned, you draw a card. Poison of the Old Man. Okay. Ryu Koki. We haven't really gotten too many equip cards. Not, at least not too many. I think we've got like, what, one so far before this one? So Mystic Moon, Twin Sword Marauder. Ah, yes, Mystical Elf and Feral Imp. Two very, some classics right there. Standoff. Oh, a deal with Dark Ruler. This is for Berserk Dragon. And also does count as an Archfiend card, yes. Okay. Bug Emergency, and we did get YZ Dragon Tank. Ice Crevasse and Road Nut. You'd have to like keep it alive, but that would be funny. Xyz Reflect and then Intercept. And that's going to follow up with Breakthrough and Tuned Magician. And then the final two for this one. Herculean Power, which actually is for Gemini stuff. And Sand Gambler. So we do got some Gamba going on. Have not gotten any duplicates, actually. Interesting enough. We have not gotten any. Mystical Elf, Feral Imp, and Sky Dragon. Let's go ahead. Traps. We've got Breakthrough. Intercept. Icy. Crevasse. And Bug Emergency. Which I think that's for just, yeah, insects in general. And then I got the spells. We've got a deal with Dark Ruler. What's going on, Minito? So we're going to work on what we're doing right now. We're putting a bunch of lists of cards together that I'm pulling from the legacy packs. We are then going to, we're not doing all this today, but I'm at least getting it started. We are then going to format we're actually going to make a custom format in Master Duel where we actually can play it and stuff on stream in like the duel rooms and stuff. On occasion, either on like Saturdays or Thursdays or whatever, just to kind of like hang out and just kind of have fun. I wanted to make like a fun format, and then also we can add in some like other cards outside of the legacy packs as well. So that's what we're doing. Technically, I think there's a couple Code Talkers in the legacy packs, but there's not a lot. But there is, I think there is a couple though. So technically speaking, there could be Code Talkers in this. Just wouldn't be a ton. Poison of the Old Man. Herculean Power. Stand off. Oh, I didn't put Xyz Reflect in this. There you go. I was like, what am I missing right now? Mystical Moon, I think, is the only other one. Mystical Moon, I already added all of that. I actually need to add YZ Tank Dragon. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I think it'd be a fun thing to do. Maybe we'll do like a tournament at some point for it or whatever as well. And then also we'll update like the format and like the cards and stuff eventually as well. Something different. One Sword Marauder. Road Nut. And that's it for that. Doing this like little by little just to kind of make sure I can actually put all the cards in properly. At least in some order. And then kind of go from there. We got Half Shut. Detonate. We've got Dig Break, Toad Master. Alright. Oh, Dark Eyes Illusionist. Great White. It's kind of a funny card. DNA Transplant. Blind Obliteration. Okay. Trance Archfiend, which is another Archfiend card technically. So there is a few Archfiends now that are starting to get put in. 1,000 Needles. This is the first actual like copy that we have gotten is Ghibli. Also Dice Spoon. We've got Swarm of Locusts. We've got Orca, Mega Fortress of Darkness. Granted, we do need Torpedo Fish and Cannonball Spear Shellfish for it to use all of its stuff properly, but still, it is here. Performapal, Labellman, Unified Front. Small Piece Golem. Okay. Dynamist Brachian. Bark of Dark Ruler. Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's add the normals real quick. So Great White. Toadmaster, Digbeak. It's easy enough. We've got Swarm of Locusts, Orca, Mega Fortress of Darkness, Trance, Archfiend, Dark Eyes, Illusionist, Thousand Needles, Small Piece Golem, and technically we have gotten another Ghibli, which I will put the Ghibli down as something you can now have two of. Once I find it. Blackwing Ghibli. We have two more pendulums we can put in Dynamist, Brachian, and Performapal Labellman. We have 3 more spells to the pool in Dicefoon, Detonate, and Half Shut. And we have 5 more traps in Bark of Dark Ruler, DNA Transplant, Unified Front, Blind Obliteration, and World Suppression. Okay. Not too bad. Minito, are you very excited to play this format? Or are you only going to be excited if I have one Code Talker card in here? A Ryukishin Clown. Doppelganger. Oh, you are? Did get another Performapal. Performapal turn trooper. Splitting Planarian. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Pyramid Turtle and Wall of Ivy. Okay. Okay, these are both actually 2 copies of cards we already have. Steel Grotto number 2, Steel Ogre Grotto, and then Labellman. There's a lot of Performapal stuff that we now have in this. Dragon's Gunfire, Ryoki Fiend, Gogiga, Gaga Gigo, Boar Soldier, Frontline Observer, Sextet Summon, oh, okay. It's interesting. Well, right now we only have... We don't have synchros at all. That's the only type of card we have not technically gotten for that to be able to be used. Crocodilus. Spellcaster stuff. Needle Sunfish. And another copy of Orion. Another copy of World Suppression, and then Thunder Kid. So we actually got a few copies of cards that are going to get put into the card pool, so that's not bad. Let me go ahead and go to the bathroom real quick, and then we will continue. All right. Let me go ahead and add the new cards real quick. Got 4 more traps. One of them is actually a copy. Magician's Circle. Rear Yoki Field. Then Doppelganger. For spells, we have only 2. Sextet Summon. Dragons. Gunfire. No links. No fusions. We do have 1 Performapal, the Bellman that has now been added. So we have 2 of those now. We have a couple new normals. A new copy of Steel Ogre Grotto number 2. And Orion the Battle King are the next ones that have actual multiple copies. After that, we have a copy of Crocodilus and Thunder Kid, as well as Gogiga, Gaga, Gigo, perfect. Nothing copy-wise on the just normal effect monster side of things, so I'll be able to just kind of add whatever. Splitting Planarian. Pyramid Turtle. Frontline Observer. Boar Soldier. Ryu. Kishin Clown. Wall of Ivy. Needle Sunfish. And Performapal Turn Trooper. Yeah, more Performapals. Performapal currently right now I think has the most support. I think out of all the things so far. Interestingly enough. Musician King, and we have another Blackwing now. So that's 3 Blackwings total. 2 of the same card in Ghibli, and then Blackwing Elfin. Also another fusion, technically. We got Crawling Dragon, as well as Malecheverous Knight. I think technically is how you say it. We've got Arcane Archer of the Forest. And we've got Sharkraken. Okay. We do have another ritual, and it's actually a decent one in Ivagishki Tetrogre. Once per turn, you can declare 1 card type, monster, spell, or trap. Your opponent can discard 1 card to negate this effect. Otherwise, each player sends 1 card of the declared type from their deck to the graveyard. I mean, it's something. And then Rock Ogre Grotto number 2. Interesting. Do draw. Attack Reflector unit for Cyber Barrier Dragon, even though we can't use it right now, but it's still there. Tin Archduke. So we finally have an actual another Xyz monster, as well as another Pendulum monster in another Performapal. And we officially have another Xyz monster in Utopic Ray Victory, technically speaking. And then striping or stripping partner, something like that. Little Cyberus monster. We haven't gotten too many Cyberus cards, like Cyberus monsters in general. 7 completed. And then Dark Desert Tapir. Okay. Oh, Water Spirit and Mist Valley Watcher. Miraculous Rebirth and Lava Battle Guard. Okay, so a few more extra deck options now that have been added. I'll do the ritual card first. Eva, Gishki, Tetroger. We've got one Pendulum monster that got added in Performa Pal. Chain Giraffe. And then we've got 2 Xyz monsters. One is number C, 39? C39 Utopic. Utopia Ray Victory. And Tin Archduke. And for fusions, we have good old Musician King. And that is it for that one. We only got one trap card this time around, an attack reflector unit. And spells, nothing crazy. Do, draw. 7 completed. And miraculous rebirth. Normal monsters are just 4, it looks like. In Crawling Dragon, Rock Ogre, Grotto number 2, Water Spirit, Mist Valley, Watcher. And then we've got Sharkraken. You've got Lava Battle Guard. Arcane Archer of the Forest. Blackwing. Elfin the Raven. Dark Desert Tapir. Malicious Knife. Stripping or striping partner. And that is it for that. Alright. Next set of 4. Or not 4. Next set of 10 packs. We've got Ego Boost and Black Terra. Okay. Spiritual Energy Settle Machine. Super Magic Sword of Reptinus. Oh, that's an interesting card. Okay. We've got Overlay Sentinel for Xyz stuff. And Mermaid Archer. Next up. Okay, so we got Umiruka and Ominous Fortune Telling. Okay. I like it, I like it. Raging Earth. I was kind of wondering when we were going to get one of these. Burning Land. Oh, the turn player takes 500. Oh. So this is supposed to be a UR. There's Utopic Dark Infinity. Grappler Dimensional Inversion. Another Performapal card. The first of the Magispectors, and then Spirit Force. Okay. Another Blackwing. And then Ekibio. Oh, yeah. I kind of remember that card. So obviously this takes level 10s. But it is there. Well, this is easy enough to put down. Number, what, XX, Utopic, Dark Infinity. That's pretty much it for that. Did get 2 different pendulums. Magispector Toad. Ogama. And then Performapal. Fire. Muffler Lion? Is it Muffler? Right? Muffler Lion. Perfect. Nothing else crazy there. Obviously, we got a few spells. In Super Magic, Sword of Raptinus, Umiruka, or Umiruka, Burning Land, Ekibio Track Mord. Spiritual Energy. Settle Machine. And Ego Boost. And we've got Spirit, Force, Light Force, Sword, Fortune Telling, Dimensional Inversion. One singular monster, a normal monster in Grappler. And then obviously we got a bunch of other things. So Searchlight Man, Overlay, Sentinel, Black, Terra, Raging Earth, Mermaid, Archer, Blackwing, Kochi, the Daybreak. Perfect. Do probably just do like another like 3 more openings, and then this is going to be the very first version. Obviously there's a few cards that really can't be used right now, which is fine. They may or may not get changed around later for right now, but we're going to start with this. Oh, Kaiki the Unity Star. Oh wow, I forgot about this. I think we can technically this actually can be used for something, I think, funny enough. Chthonian Alliance. Okay. Yes, Dummy Golem. And, Gurnia. Ritual Buster. The third Sarcophagus. Obviously, you'd need the effects of the other ones. But they're there. Hungry Burger is finally here. Crimson Sentry. Okay. Dragonic Knight. And Noble Knight Bedweir. Okay. No entry. Change all attack position monsters to defense position. Fiend Kraken. Ooh, potentially something. Nope. Another Destiny Signal. Is it for Cyberus normal monsters? Okay. Different Dimension Capsule, as well as Dark Hunter. Okay. Orb of Yasaka. Oh, which is actually for spirit monsters, funny enough. Gravstorm. That's an SR? That's crazy. That's crazy to me that that's an SR. Link Apple. Ukazi. Okay. Interesting. So only a couple... Only, like, actually, I think only Gravelstorm. We only got, what, one duplicate, I think, in this one? No entry. Ritual Buster. And then wherever I have a Destiny Signal. There you go. Destiny Signal is now at 2. You got Ukazi. Different dimension capsule. The third sarcophagus. Chthonian Alliance. And Orb of Yasaka. No links, no fusions, no exceeds, no pendulums, but we did get one hungry Burgor. And we've got Dragonic Knight, Dark Hunter, Noble Knight, Bedweir, Link Apple, Crimson, Sentry, Gurnia, Dummy Golem, Prompt Thorn, Kaiki, the Unity Star, and then a Fiend Kraken. Fiend Kraken. All right, next set of 10. We'll do this one, and then we'll do one more set of 10, and then this will be the first version of the format. A lot of stuff that cannot be played, but that's kind of the point. It's starting off like weird and moving it from there. Habs gave me false hope. Oh yeah, the Canadians. I haven't been keeping up with any of the stuff, but any of the hockey stuff that's been going on, but I did see that they got eliminated, right? That's kind of crazy. How you doing, Ash? When you are about to take 2,000 or more battle damage, gain 4,000. Screech. Just belt the ass. That's unfortunate. Heroes Bond. Man, if only we had more heroes. We did a wide dragon head. We do have a wide dragon head. We just need I think a Z metal tank technically. Ooh, Ooh, honestly, Stealth Kraken might be one of the best cards that we have added to this format now. That's actually kind of crazy. I was waiting to see if we were going to get that. Turtle Tiger. Signet Refresh. Now, we did not get... We don't have the other, like, Stealth Krakens and stuff, but still, it's still pretty good. Another Guard Dragon. Pharaonic Guardian Sphinx. Couple interesting cards that we're gonna add to the format for sure. We're making our own like type of like format using the legacy packs right now, and then eventually we're gonna add other cards and stuff that aren't in the legacy packs as well as like other things. Today we're just like adding cards to the actual like format first, and then we will you know, actually do like a stream with them and stuff as well. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist. I'm kind of waiting to see if we were going to get a Brotherhood card at all, and we did finally. Another copy of Spirit Caller. We have not gotten anything that's like triples of just yet. Stealth Kraken's a pretty big one though for the XC stuff. Pharaonic Guardian Sphinx is also kind of interesting. Because that's good for like control, which there's a couple options to do kind of like control decks in this. So that'll be interesting. Okay. This is one of the better ones in terms of like monsters, I feel like. What are you up to right now, Ash? You just playing any Master Duel at the moment? Or are you just kind of chilling? So we've got one more Xyz that can be used in number 4. Stealth Kraken. We do have another fusion monster technically in Bakuri box. Let's pick Yuri, Big Yuri box. Yeah, there we go. Nothing else there. We did get 2 more trap cards in Nutrient Z and Signet Refresh. As well as Promotion, Heroes Bond, Elf's Light, and Power of Kaishin. Oh wait, also we actually got a few more. As well as Seal of the Ancients and Centrifugal Field. Nothing else there, nothing else there. Pharaonic Guardian Sphinx. Y Dragon Head. Screech. Samsara Kaiser. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist. Coyote. Intercept. Tomato. And the other ones are copies. So we've got a copy of World Chalice Guard Dragon that we gotta add. As well as Spirit Caller. Where is my Spirit Caller? Where are you? There you are. Spirit Caller is added. Alright, and then normal monsters, we have Turtle, Tiger, and Terra the Terrible. Perfect. We're gonna do one more 10-pack and then be kind of done from there. We didn't do much today, like I said. This was kind of just to do something. We got Minor Goblin Official, Takuhi, Telekinetic Soul, or Telekinetic Shocker for more of the psychic stuff. We did get another Elemental Hero card finally in Elemental Hero Ice Edge. And this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by a direct attack. You can target one set card your opponent's spell and trap card zone. Destroy that target. Oh, and then you can discard a card to attack directly. Oh, okay. I mean, it's something. Card Shuffler, another copy of Tin Archduke. Perfect. Mysterious Guard and Morpho Butter Spy. Okay. Phantom Dragon and Dedication Through Light and Darkness, which is for technically Dark Magician stuff. That'll probably be one that gets removed later on. Another Performapal card. A lot of Performapal. A-Team Trap Disposal Unit. Birthright. I remember Birthright. Okay. Hard Selling Goblin, Minefield Eruption. Alright. Is it actually something? Nope. Synchro Boost and Sage of Stillness. We still have not gotten a single Synchro monster. I might do a little bit more just to see if we get one in the next one. Germ Infection. Okay. So only one new or one duplicate looks like in Tin Archduke. So you can now use 2 copies of Tin Archduke if you so choose. Performapal Gato. So many Performapals. It's kind of crazy. Birthright. Chain material. Minor. Goblin. Official. Minefield. Eruption. Hard. Selling. Goblin. And then we've got dedication through light and darkness. Space gift, which is probably never going to get used. Germ infection. Card shuffle and synchro boost, which also isn't really going to be used right now until we actually get a synchro monster. Still have not gotten a single synchro monster, surprisingly enough. A-team, trap, disposal unit, phantom dragon, mysterious guard, sage of stillness, telekinetic shocker, elemental hero, ice edge, morpho butter spy. Divine Presence, not to be one of those, why not just take a screenshot? I could, in all honesty. I've just already committed to typing them, and I'm just gonna do it that way, to be fair. I do get it, though. I've already committed. This is also helping me keep track of ones that I have copies of, because how we're doing this right now is if I get a copy, I add a 2 to it, and then that way you're allowed to now use 2 of those instead of just 1. So I'm kind of doing it that way also. There was a little bit of method to the madness, but I just decided to do it this way. How you doing today, by the way? Takuhi. We'll do a few more. And yes, I know I can obviously do this in like bunches of like 100. I'm just doing them in 10s to keep track. Doing good. How about yourself? Doing good. Doing good. Not too bad. We're you know, slowly making a you know, a new format using some of the legacy packs. Another copy of Screech. So it's been interesting. We'll probably do like an actual video with this too and kind of do a whole thing. I think it'll be fun. Got 2 fusion monsters there. Another copy of Ronin Totem. And we did get a Xian's Advisor. Another Vermilion Sparrow. We're starting to get a couple copies of things now again. Power Breaker, Gift of the Mystical Elf. Okay. You doing anything specific right now, or you just kind of chilling? Yo, shout out to Dream Clown. What a name. Another copy of Trigon. I was kind of wondering if we were going to get any more of like that kind of stuff, and we did. Okay. Exchange of the Spirit. If both players have 15 or more cards in their graveyards, pay 1,000. Each player swaps the cards in their graveyard with the cards in their deck, then shuffles their deck. You can only activate one Exchange of Spirit per turn. That's gonna be weird. Just Chillin might get on Master Duel and play some duels, but don't want to do the owner rank to plat before reset. Yeah, I gotcha. I was going to play a little bit just to get to the plat. I'm not worried about it. I might still do it, I guess. I don't know, we'll see. Shout out to Maju Garza. We'll see though. Radiant Spirit. The one who serves Ra. Wow. I shouldn't have clicked on that because I didn't see what the fuck I had. Hold on. That I can fix. I do a Mascus account and I'm low on gems, so don't want to be out of gems stuck in gold or plat. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. For sure. Yeah, I can understand that for sure. How many times have you done the Mascus run stuff? Blackbeard, what's going on? How you doing? Okay, I'm gonna have to do it this way. Doing it for a year or so on and off. Nice. That's cool. Has your day been? My day's been pretty good. Just getting the cards and stuff been put in right now for this for the little format thing that we're doing. For probably do that next. We'll probably actually do some battles next week. I might do like a set of video or stuff or something on it, but it'll be fun. So a fortunate report and cracking. I have to go back and do it this way because I did not pay attention at all to what I had. Unfortunate report. What are you up to right now, Blackbeard? And cracking. Just want to make sure that that is, in fact, what the first one was. Yeah, so it was that first. Screech and Spiritual Entanglement. Spiritual Entanglement. I don't think I've gotten one of those yet. No, I had Spiritual Energy, I think Machine or whatever, yeah. Then Screech. You can now use 2 copies of Screech. Congratulations, everyone. I know you were very much looking forward to using 2 copies of that. Mascus runs are fun, though. I do like them, it's just... sometimes you just get a little bored of them, you know? Every now and then. Darkblade, the Dragon Knight. It's also bad depending on what is being played. Yeah. The Masochist stuff in general is overall fun, though. I do enjoy it most of the time. Congratulations, everyone. You can now use 2 copies of Ronin Toden. Where was my Ronin Toden? There's my Ronin Toden. And you can also now use Chillin's Advisor. Even though there's only I think I have 2 Six Samurai cards in this, but right now you can use it. There's a few more, but Vermilion Sparrow. Out of all the fusions, getting another copy of Vermilion Sparrow was probably the one I did not want to get, but that's fine. I did kind of a Masochist run with the legacy stuff a while back, and that was interesting. Gift of the Mystical Elf Power Breaker. Power Breaker. Okay. Cool Tune Farms, yeah. Well, what do you have in your Masochist deck right now? Oh yes, I got Dream Clown, that's right. That's how you civil that sure. Yeah, if you want. I'm assuming the screenshot stuff works on here. I don't really know though. Patrician. No, that's true. Patrician of Darkness, and we did get another copy of Trigon. We got Trigon a while ago, didn't we? Oh no, I do. I'll post it real quick. Hold on. Give me a second. It's been easier for me to just like post it whenever instead of like auto doing it. It's because I don't always just want like random people to always show up in it. But I do have one, so give me a second. Here you go. That is for you. And there is a Yu-Gi-Oh specific chat in here, obviously, as well, so feel free to post it in there. Then exchange of the spirit. Exchange of the spirit. And then morale boost, it looks like. Alright, see. This was the last one. Maju, Garzet, and Radiant Spirit. And yeah, that should have been it for that. Yep, that was. Okay, perfect. I got that. Oh, yep, sorry. Give me 1 second. You just joined it now. And there you go. You should be good now. I just had to make you a supporter and stuff, that's why. Should be all good now. Oh, that's interesting. I love the little Naturia engine that you have in here. Oh, is that the compulsor device? Or like the one that like the trap that just like sends them back to hand, looks like. You did get a droplet. And tactics and Raigeki, which is kind of nice just for like generics. You got Pankratops too, which is nice. And a Kumungus. You got a Bestial as well. That's not bad. Apparently you rocking 2 Psychic and Punishers. That's kind of crazy too. I mean, you actually have some decent cards. Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate it. No, it's actually pretty decent. I don't even remember what mine was like. We should do a Masochist run again at some point. I think it'd be fun. But we'll see. Georgiano Mark II and Decayed Commander. Revolt. Oh, it's the fucking old Kelbeck. Oh my god. I got a lot of good stuff too, but they lack either a payoff or a way to get to the payoff. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, it looks like overall it's pretty... You got some kind of, like, consistency going, at least with things, so that's good. I like your extra deck actually quite a bit. I mean, you have a couple, like, you know, things in there that it's, like, kind of whatever, you know, but overall it's pretty decent. You did get overall some pretty decent cards, though, I think. Not bad. Oh, shit. This is the second copy of Road Nut. This is, in fact, going to be Road Nut format now. DD Sprite. So I got this when I did the Legacy, like, Masochist stuff. The Silverwing axe, and... Is it good? No. What I did with this was I comboed it with Immortal Phoenix Gearfried to be able to get him onto the field, I think is what I did. Which kind of worked. Chthonian Blast. Oh, Gene Warped Warwolf. I was kind of wondering if we were going to get an actual, like, good 2000 beater. Mech Bass and Magyrus Light. Trying to build a Crusadia World Legacy Link deck, but I don't know how well it works at the moment. I don't really know because I've never really done Crusadia stuff or World Legacy stuff like at all. Shout out to Summon Cloud, by the way, for Cloudians that we don't have right now. That's fine. First of the Dragon Lords, technically speaking, can be used. You can only control one First of the Dragon Lords. Granted, we do need a polymerization of some kind. Dark Eradicator Warlock. Cannot use that obviously right now, but it'll still be there. Daybreaker, and then DD Crazy Beast. Earthbound Wave and Message in a Bottle. I don't think we got... Oh, yeah. Road Nut, I think, was the only card that is a duplicate. Everything else is new. Oh, I might as well just put them in here. Dark Eradicator Warlock. DD Sprite. Sorry of the Silverwing. Axe. Kelbeck. Decayed Commander. BD Crazy Beast. Daybreaker. Road Nut number 2. Curry Volt. Gear Gano Mark 2. Bocce. And then we've got couple normals. We've got Magyrus Light and Mech Bass. We did get some fusions, or a fusion, in First of the Dragon Lords. And we've got Cestus of Dagla. Summon Cloud. And Message in a Bottle. And then Ithonian, Blast, and Earthbound Wave. Yeah, I just don't know enough about the like Crusadia stuff to really get an idea of all that. Oh, I forgot Gene Warped Warwolf as well. Gene Warped Warwolf. There you go. We'll do two more. We'll do two more, and then I might add like a couple just like random cards to the pool as well. Oh, speaking of copies, another copy of Arcane Archer and another copy of Warwolf. Pretty huge. Powered Tuner. Exceeds Energy. Parasitic Tiki. Sea Lancer. Okay. Fishing Kicks. Another Performapal card. It's crazy how many Performapal cards we get in this. Metal Foes. I was kind of wondering when we were going to get that. We did technically get a penguin. It's just the normal one. Yellow Luster Shield. Okay. Giant Red Sea Snake. Sure. Master of the Flaming Dragon Swords. Another copy of Standoff. Another Dino Mist. And then Dark Plant. We've gotten a lot more pendulums than I think I originally thought we were going to get. Swift Birdman Joe. Okay. Prickle Fairy, Parallel Selection. This was a thing. So we got like one Parallel Selection was the only trap we got. And then we got Fish and Kicks, Yellow Luster Shield, Vengeful Bog Spirit, then Exceeds Energy, and then we did get another copy of Standoff, which we will add as well. Another copy of that. And then we've got 3 pendulums we can add. in our ever-growing list of pendulum cards. Performapel. Tardle. It's quite a name. Dynomist, Stegosaur, and Metal Foes Steelin. I mean, it's something. Like it is something. Let's go ahead and add the other stuff. Prickle, Berry, Parasitic, Tiki, Swift, Birdman, Joe, Powered, Tuner, Master of the Flaming Dragon Swords, Sea Lancer, and then we got another Gene Warped Warwolf. We've got Dark Plant, Flying Penguin, and Giant Red Sea Snake. That should be it for that. And then I gotta add the one Arcane Archer. Arcane Archer is now at 2. Perfect. All right, let's do the final one. I think this is the final one. I don't know. I said that like 10 times. This is the final one. And then I'm gonna add like probably like 3 copies of like polymerization just to have, or whatever else as well, and then kind of go from there. Cloudian Sheepcloud. That's a Cloudian card, finally. Ghost Knight of Jackal. Alright. Another Magispector card. Herald of Purple Light. Which I actually feel like wouldn't be bad in this kind of format, since there is going to be a decent amount of probably traps I'm assuming people are going to be using. Oh, Helios the Primordial Sun. Fairy Dragon. Steel Ogre Grotto number 1, and then Turu Purin. Fukubiki, Wetlands. Sure. Makes sense. Mother Grizzly. I was wondering if we were going to get any more stuff like Mother Grizzly. I know we got Mystic Tomato, but we haven't gotten anything else like a Mother Grizzly. Okay. Trade Toad. I mean, it's more frog stuff. Oh, Cauldron of the Old Man's finally here. I was kind of wondering if we were going to get that. Ignite Veteran. And the final one for today. Forced Requisition and Backup Warrior. Okay. Forced Requisition. non-aggression area. Buku, Biki, and survival instinct. Perfect. And then we've got everything is new for the spells. Wetlands. Cauldron of the Old Man. And magical star illusion. If your opponent controls a monster and you control as many or fewer monsters, monsters currently on the field gain attack equal to the combined levels of all monsters their controller currently controls. Oh, okay. That's kind of a fun card. So we got 2 more of the cards here we got to do for pendulums. So Magus Spectre, Fox, QB, and Ignite Veteran. And then what do we got for normals? I've got 4 of them. I'll add those real quick. Beautiful Head Huntress. Turu. Purun. Steel Ogre Grotto number 1. And Fairy Dragon. And we've got Trade Toad. If I can spell Toad right. Ghost Knight of Jackal. Helios. The Primordial Sun. Herald of Purple Light. Mother Grizzly. Cloudian. Sheep Cloud. You're good. Backup Warrior. I was gonna do one more. Oh, I was gonna stop here, but we're gonna do one more. I want to see if we can get an actual synchro monster. If we can't, we'll hold off on doing a synchro in this format until next time I update it. Is what we'll do. Time Escaper. So it's another psychic card. Punch in the box. The Immortal Bushi. Shadal Hound. That's a second copy of Shadal Hound. Armed Changer, as well as Cybersaurus. Actually, we don't have any copies of any of the stuff for that. But it's there. It's another copy of Chain Giraffe. So if people want to use Performapals, there's plenty of them. Oh, there's fucking Neo Bubble Man. Okay. Metamorphosis is back. Fake Hero Treasure Map. Okay. Zushin. Kuribi. Gokipole, Blazing Hita. Fruits of Kozaki's Studies, and then Collected Power. And the final one for today that we'll actually do. Monster Eye. Oh my god, Flying Elephant. Flying Elephant's an SR. That's crazy to me. Yeah, because it's once during your opponent's turn. If this card would be destroyed by card effect, it is not destroyed. Once per turn during their end phase. If that effect was applied this turn, apply the following effect. During your next turn, if this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by a direct attack, you win the duel. It's so strange. Because it's essentially how this works is it's what? I would have to pop like a quick effect or something else, or a trap or something else during the opponent's turn to then hit into the flying elephant, to then hope that that flying elephant still does not die, and then hope that I can actually go in and win. It's such a weird card, but it's really funny if it works. All right, so let's go ahead and add those real quick. So we got Flying Elephant, Monster Eye, the Immortal Bushi, Time Escaper, Gokipole, Kuribi, Elemental Hero, Neo Bubble Man, Blazing Hita, Zushin the Sleeping Giant, which I think that can only, yeah, it's Zushin counters. It's such a weird card. I do have another copy of Shadal Hound that we can put in, so we'll do that real quick. Shadal Hound, where are you? There you are. 2 copies of Shadal Hound now. Let me add the normal monster, because there's only just the one. Oh, even, oh, you have evenly as well. Nice, that's good then. Raimundos of the Red Sword. What a card. Effect monsters. Got that done. Got that done. We'll do the Cybersaurus as well next. Well, we'll do the pendulums because they've got one more pendulum, which is actually one that we already have here in Chain Giraffe. I gotta do Cybersaurus. And then I gotta add the spells and the traps. So we've got Armed Changer, Fake Hero. Oh, and that's it, actually. 2 of those, and then Punch in the box. Collected power. Fruits of Kozaki's studies. Treasure map. And orchestrated attack. All right. So that is it for those. I am going to add a couple cards in here just so some things can be used, because there's some things in here that it's not going to be able to be used at all right now. Obviously that'll get changed later on too, but I am going to go ahead, at the very least, I am going to add 3 copies of polymerization, just so we have it. So people can use up to 3 copies of poly, obviously. Just because there is a couple things here. Technically speaking, there's really only like 1 target for it right now in First of the Dragon Lords that would technically be able to be used properly. But it's still there. I think technically Musician King tied... I think Musician King tied with... Hold on. Let me find... What warriors do I have? So what, Kaiki, I think technically speaking, can bring out Darkblade. Not Musician King, it would just be Darkblade. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So Kaiki technically has a way to bring out one of the fusions. And then obviously with polymerization, you would technically be able to get out First of the Dragon Lords as well. So you have some things there. I am going to as well, just because I think it'd be funny to do so. I am gonna add 3 copies of Metamorphosis as well, because I just think it's funny. So that is there as well. That way people can actually use some of the fusions a little bit more as well. People can use a few of the XCs, not a ton of them, but they can use a few. Technically speaking, I think Frozen Lady Justice, I think there is a few level 6s that we got for Frozen Lady, I'm pretty sure. What level 6s did we get? Yeah, we got a couple. Technically. So that can be brought out relatively easy. I am gonna do... The other thing we're gonna do some spells. For these ones, I'm just gonna add one-ofs of the ritual spells and stuff that I need. Just to add a little bit. Let me take off level 6 as well, so that way I actually get what I need. So, emblem. Emblem of the Awakening. You've got hamburger recipe. We've got any of the Gishki stuff. I gotta do Zera ritual. Yeah, what is it? Zera ritual is this one, right? And then you do... Technically, I just need a Gishki ritual spell. Maybe I'll do Aquamirror because it's a little more interesting. So they need enough for a 6 technically. We'll do that one. One copy of Gishki Aquamirror. Perfect. The only man. Okay. The only reason... Oh my god, my voice. Ugh. The only reason I'm adding just the 1 copies of each are because there's not that many rituals to begin with that I want to even put in, so we're just gonna have 1 of those, and then we'll probably add them to 3 ofs later on if I end up getting more. But yeah, this is mostly just from drafting from the legacy packs, and then obviously adding a few of our own cards as well. So not too bad. But yeah, I'm gonna get everything like put together, and then I think maybe we might because I'm actually not going to be streaming next Saturday like I normally do. We might do this for Thursday's stream. So look out for that. We'll be back streaming and again, technically Tuesday as well. But specifically Master Duel will stream again on Thursday. So we might do this, like dual room stuff for this and that stream. As well as maybe do some like replays and stuff like we normally do. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and end things for today. So thank you everyone that came out today. Thank you Divine Presence for the follow. I appreciate it. And yeah, we'll be back again later. Next week and continue from there. So yeah, hope everyone has a great rest of their night and see you all in the next stream. Peace out.